Simplifying a rational expression. Basically, a rational expression is just a polynomial over another polynomial, like you see here with x minus 1 over 5x minus 5. So if you don't know how to do this, you're about to learn today. All right, here we go. So what we need to do, we need to find a common factor that we can divide out. So I got to ask myself, can I factor out x minus 1? The answer is no. Can I factor anything out of 5x minus 5? And the answer there is yes, I can factor out the 5. Okay, so on this bottom part, I'm factoring out 5, which is going to leave me with x minus 1. Quick review for anybody that needs it. What did I just do there? I'm pulling out the 5. It's like undoing the multiplication. 5 times x would make 5x. 5 times negative 1 would make the negative 5. I'm just pulling out that 5. I'm factoring it out. Nothing changes on top. I'm left with x minus 1. Now what you see here is we have an x minus 1 on top in the numerator and x minus 1 on the bottom in the denominator. We can now cancel those out, leaving me with a 1 on top and a 5 on bottom. So 1/5 would be my simplified rational expression, with one more thing to keep in mind, and it's an important thing. We have to think about what value for x would give us a 0 on bottom. Remember, we can't divide by 0, it's undefined. So what we have are these things called excluded values. What number would have to go right there to give us a 0 with that expression on the bottom? So take a second, most of you could probably do this mentally. 5 times something minus 5 equals 0. Well, that number would be 1. 5 times 1 makes 5. Take 5 more away, we'd be left with that big fat 0. So our excluded value is x cannot equal 1. And we have now simplified the rational expression. Okay, let's go over one more example, make sure you understand it. Try and pause the video, answer it yourself, and see if you come up with the same result as I do here. So let's go 21a to the second power over 7a to the third power. Okay, we're trying to factor out and get a common factor that we can divide from the top and the bottom. So I'm going to look this over. What I'm going to say is, let's pull out 7 times 3a squared over 7a to the third. Okay, what I can do here is I can cancel my 7s. I'm left with a 3 on top. A squared divided by a to the third. Go back to those rules of exponents that we know. A and a are common bases. 2 minus 3, we want to subtract our exponents when we're dividing common bases. 2 minus 3 would give me a negative 1. So right now what we have is, let me just write this big so I can show the final step. So we have 3a to the negative first power. And what we should know at this point is that negative exponents need to go where? They need to move and shift down to the bottom, down to the denominator. So our final answer here is going to be 3 over a. Now what is our excluded